Hi everyone, it's great to have the monthly update with you guys again. And today got a special guests, Zhiruo and Jayuan.
Ni hao, Laban.
Good to see you guys. Good to be on the screen today.
Drew has been learning Chinese and definitely nailing it.
A little bit. I can say hello and that's about as far as I can get us.
We're going to talk about the data first.
Nationally, the median price is around 781, which is actually down 1.1%. Some key factors in that are obviously the main centres being Auckland and Wellington. They're both down around 5% year on year. What's really positive is obviously Canterbury being at 697, which is up 4%.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot more trust and belief in the Canterbury market compared to some of our bigger centres. And we're seeing that with migration down here as well.
Yeah, that's interesting.
We're from Nelson.
Seeing a lot
Yeah.
from Nelson, from North Island.
Well, even if you look at this graph here of the country, you can see that the majority of the North Island is down on last year, and then South Island is just all in the green.
Yeah, I guess it's more affordable.
Yeah.
Still
Yeah.
relatively affordable than the rest of the region.
In terms of median price and sales count, we are down 1.2% from March this year. The good news is we had about a 4% increase compared to same time last year, and with the sales count 22.7% down from March this year and 10.1% increase from same time last year. So we're definitely still doing better than last year.
Despite the holidays we got from April and school holidays, we keep on rolling. We still managed to have a higher sales count percentage year on year. Median price is steady. We had a slight increase from last month compared to March. We had 7% of median price increase, and we're staying sort of in the 690 and 700 zone. Very steady and robust.
Since the interest rate comes down and it is still dropping, we definitely see more active buyers, but price point is still quite sticky. Yeah, we haven't seen like a increase in the price yet. Yeah,
we've seen a lot of buyers that still wander around the same open homes, so we see some repetitive viewers and they're still looking. And I think that sort of the general as a bit speculative for some of the buyers.
Yeah, I think obviously with our stock level still being just under 2,200 in the Christchurch City, buyers are probably a bit spoilt with choice at the moment. Although we might have seen them 3 months ago, they believe that they can find that unicorn because there's so many properties on the market. I think buyers are probably getting confused as well. We're probably working a bit harder to get them across the line.
Yeah.
Especially in the townhouse universe, there's so much stock running.
Definitely, stock level of townhouses is still very high, but again, it's more affordable. It does matter for first home buyers or investors. It can be still quite attractive when you get the price right. All right, that's the data for this month. Which suburb do you guys feel like talking about today?
Avonhead for sure. So much activities here.
We've been quite busy there. So what have we got at the moment? We've got Woodbury, 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom, quite substantial home and super close to uni. Recently we've had some good sales in there.
Some really good sales. And then we got the Weasels Road that's coming up. So for Avonhead is quite unique. A lot of clients actually typically say that as a quite Asian driven market, it's like Burnside. Because Asian people are crazy with school zones, and obviously one side of Avonhead has got a Burnside High School zone, Marine School Westburn, which is very, very popular for Asian families, and the other side there is Avonhead Primary and also Regional High education for the Asian culture. But obviously there are many KV families who love area return, right? Because it's so convenient, the shopping centers, schools.
We sold 2 on Highfield recently. Yeah, you got one, I got one, and the neighborhood was just so good.
Yeah, beautiful neighborhood.
People would rather spend heaps to do their house up than just put on the market and sell and move somewhere else.
And it's so close to university.
Yes,
it's easy to rent out.
When we had those Highfield, because we had neighbours coming through, that a lot of them had been there for over 20 years.
That's right.
Pretty much it for the month. What sort of wisdom would you like to share with audience? Like wisdom in life?
Happy life, happy life.
For me, it's more like, it has a personal level. I would say don't force yourself into doing anything. Look at what you want than what you need, because the need are just basic stuff, but want is something you would really enjoy in your lifestyle.
Is this job?
Yes, of course. I would have done it if I don't want it, or I've got the choice here and I choose to stay and I choose to work. And without any markets, it's just very fascinating job for sure.
I just had a conversation with my daughter recently, actually a bit similar to what you just said. Because in our house, once they get into later stage in high school, they start to think about future career, what subjects they are going to pick in at university. Initially, he said he wanted to become an engineer or an architect, and in the end, he's like, oh, maybe I should become a doctor. I asked her why, and she said, I just want to make more money. I want to make good money so you don't have to work so hard, well, which is very touching. But I said to her, you just need to explore everything and try everything. Do not set yourself into the box yet, because without exploring, you never know what you actually like.
Exactly.
And I think we are lucky to actually be able to work on something we enjoy. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the passion to keep it going, and it is a very challenging job. If you're driven by money at work and in life, it becomes really frustrating. You only see the challenges, but like you mentioned, if you actually enjoy what you do and you know what you want, it's so much easier. But sometimes it's so hard to actually understand what you want.
In this section, there's no right choice. You have to just follow through what you do.
And we often say you have to make sure you get a work-life balance. But sometimes, what is a fine line of that? What's the real definition of that?
Easier said than done.
Exactly. Yeah. I guess whatever makes you happy and works for your family, that's the answer. Cool. Thank you, guys.